What's up, everybody? Walk Through Life TV, and we're here with another one. Let's go.
So now
Hey,
you
what's
got
up,
me.
brother?
Now you got me moving around and shit.
Who am I here with today?
My name Buda.
Okay. So,
My government name, my white government name, is Damon, but I go by Buda.
okay, tell me a little more about yourself, brother.
What you want to know?
Are you homeless or do you have a place?
I actually am not homeless right now. I was homeless for about 2 years. I'm very fortunate to meet a person at a place called the Restoration and Recovery Center in Fitchburg, Mass. He allows me to rent a room from him. But I was homeless. I know about homelessness. I know about struggle. I know about pain.
Okay. Um, Currently, right now, I wanted to ask because I asked everybody. Do you have like a substance abuse problem?
I am an alcoholic, crack addict. Um, I've been struggling with addiction since I was 12 years old. At 13 years old, I had a needle in my arm until I was 21 years old. Um, I stopped the needle and I've been smoking crack um, ever since.
Okay. I wanted to ask you. At 13 years old, and I'm really sorry to hear about that, brother. At 13 years old, what got your interest into drugs?
My father's a very abusive man. I gotta say, I share this with everybody. My father gave me 5 rules to follow, and I followed all them motherfuckers. He still said I'm no good. He said, fight for whatever you feel is right, even if it costs you your life. Never let a motherfucker call you a nigger without making him bleed. Get all the pussy you can get in this world, because there ain't nothing up in heaven. A couple of them I forgot, because they're stupid. Um, but the bottom line is, I had a life that is rough, bro, and I don't complain about it.
Yeah.
A lot of motherfuckers want to complain about their motherfucking life. Uh, yes, I've had a rough life, but bottom line is I'm an adult. The light just went on.
You good?
It's still recording. Bottom line is I'm an adult. I'm actually, in the course of time, if it's okay, I actually carry some poems around with me. I'm a poet. I'll read a few poems about my life. But I will say that my mother ended up leaving my father. Uh, my father didn't think I was his. I'm 76% Nigerian, German, Swedish, and Scottish. But my father didn't think I was his for a lot of years. He died realizing I was his. But the last time I talked to him was about 6 years ago or so. After he had been talking to my mother, brother, all my sisters, everybody but me, he told me I'm no good and never will be no good. The last thing he said to me on the phone, you still ain't no good, and you ain't never gonna be no fucking good.
Sorry to hear that, brother.
Don't be sorry about it. It is what it is.
Hmm.
Um, I've spent a lot of years crying and moaning and groaning. I don't do it anymore. Uh, my life is a life of addiction. Um, People say it's a choice, and it is a choice. I choose to be addicted. Um, I choose to be addicted. Um, can I read a poem?
Yeah.
These poems I wrote when I was in RCA in Danvers, Mass. Treatment center.
Sure, buddy.
First off, I want to read a poem about addiction.
Okay.
See, in the program, there's a program, a 12-step program. They try to tell you you're not responsible for your addiction, but you're responsible responsible for your recovery. That's bullshit. Addiction ain't a fucking disease. It's a motherfucking choice. It's a habit that we get accustomed to it, and we keep doing it. They talk about powerlessness. The first step is I am powerless. I'm not powerless over my motherfucking decisions. When I get up in the motherfucking morning, I can choose to go to the package store, go to the crack dealer, or I can choose not to. More often than not, I choose to. So this is called Man Up.
Okay.
The addict's brutal truth. Marijuana, alcohol, cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, and a large assortment of pills. These are poisoning and destroying your souls because of the choices of your own free wills. They have caused you to think and do bad and evil things. Shame, regret, remorse, and feelings of unworthiness are the feelings these poisons bring. You've used them because of suffering as a reality of life. Shut up! I'm doing a video. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna punch in your face in the video. For real. Go.
Excuse me.
Go.
Take me out of there, alright? Cut that off, for real.
You better go.
You gotta cut it off, bro.
Oh, fuck. Shame, regret, remorse, and feelings of unworthiness and feelings. These poisons, right? You've used them because suffering is a reality of life. Birth introduces us to a world of mental and emotional strife. Being told you have an incurable disease causes you a degree of moral and psychological ease. Yet free will. I'm not a religious person.
Yeah.
I was a Christian at one point in time. I actually am I don't like to say an atheist. It's kind of foolish not to think there's a God or an existence of a creator or whatever. It's fucking nonsense to me. But I don't believe in no fucking Bible. And I got that way because honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness are the three core principles of Alcoholics Anonymous and AA. And I will never forget the day someone told me I needed to leave Jesus outside the halls. They called me closed-minded. My definition of open-minded is one who's willing to listen to the opinions, thoughts, and feelings and ideas of another human being that run contradictory to their ones currently in such a way. Not you believe what you believe and I believe what I will believe. No, to listen, especially facts. So the Bible is bullshit.
Yeah.
Birth introduces us to a world of mental and emotional strife. Being told that you have an incurable disease causes you a degree of moral and psychological ease. Yet free will declares the addict chose to use. I chose to use. Now, when I was 13 years old and my girlfriend Angel was 17 and my mother was a drug dealer in a drug house, sure, I was an innocent person. And I was snorting that cocaine and I was seeing her shoot up. And I was seeing her go somewhere. Yes, I was innocent back then. I didn't know better. But that fucking cocaine had me till 21 years old. And it's had me ever since. But the fact of the matter is I'm a grown motherfucking man now. And I'm very wise. So to say that I can't choose to rewire my mind and use the wisdom that I have, because I'm very wise, to refocus my life, I can. I just choose not to.
I understand.
Yet free will declares the addict to choose to use. Thus, they are responsible for the lighting of their destruction fuse.
I have a question. So, do you have a Cash App?
Absolutely. Actually, yeah, I think I do.
So, what's your Cash App? So people can know.
I'll have to look it up after.
Okay.
I've accepted I alone am responsible for the choices I've made. And due to bad decisions, I've dearly paid. The reality is that substance use only takes broken hearts, promises, criminal records, homelessness, feeling helpless and hopeless, all due to my mistakes. I got 4 kids, 12 grandchildren I don't talk to. One of my sons is a Leominster State Trooper. Another one is a correctional officer, Shirley Max. I got 16 years in prison. I do have to say, I'll never forget the time it was after one of the softball games. I did it with my daughters too. But my sons, I had a really good talk with them. And I just apologize for them for, I hope I don't get emotional. Don't pause it. He wanted to pause it. I'm a real motherfucker. Um, I told my kids I'm very sorry that I'm not the man that they deserve, or the father that they deserve. And whatever characteristics they see in me to be the complete opposite. I can tell you that my kids are very good kids. They're very good parents. I wouldn't be alive today if it wasn't for my ex-wife. They supported me, comforted me, cared for me for a very, very long time. At this time, I might even read a poem called Bipolar. I'm bipolar, bipolar 1. It's not an excuse, it's a fucking reality. Bipolar is a serious fucking illness, and it causes me a great amount of stress. So the reality is substance abuse only takes broken hearts, promises, criminal records, homelessness, feeling hopeless, helpless, all due to my mistakes. My mistakes. I choose to do what I do. So if you identify as an alcoholic or an addict, realize that the responsibility for your disease is flame. You are responsible for your disease's flame. You lit that flame. Thus, you alone. Not God, not fucking Jesus, not Muhammad, not Yahweh, Jehovah, whoever the fuck you want to pray to every motherfucking day. You're responsible for the lighting of that flame. And you alone are responsible for its fire to quench its aim. You've been told that you're not responsible for your disease, but your responsibility for your recovery. I hope this brutal truth is the seed of spiritual discovery. That is that you are not powerless. In the program, they say you're powerless. If you ain't drank for 10 years, you ain't powerless over walking by the fluorescent signs or someone offering you a drink. You got power.
Mm-hmm.
I am God. Yeah, I'm God. You're God too. We're all an expression of God. God experiences itself through us. It's just the facts of life. I pray that this fact you are able to intellectually process and realize you need, not settle for less. Now, as you ask me some more questions, I'm going to do a blast. Go with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, where are you originally from?
I grew up in Brockton, Mass,
Okay.
but I have lived in Fitchburg, Mass. Probably about 30 some odd years of my life.
30-some years you lived here in
Yeah.
Fitchburg?
Yeah, other than the 16 years I spent in jail.
Yeah.
I got 16 years incarcerated, guys.
So how did you get to, yeah, you know what? Let's talk about that. How'd you get to 16 years?